Oh shit, they flipped the script. They're diverging from the beta timeline. Everybody! Hey boys, Adachi here, going over the new updates, and oh boy, they're a little interesting to see. First off, we take a look at the news here. The Royal Catacombs event is over, but the shop is going to be open for a while longer, so make sure to spend the rest of your currency if you hadn't already cleaned the shop out. Next, we have a new login bonus. Nothing too crazy here, but pretty cool to see for newer players with some neat stuff like the big XP potion and the few tier 4 level cap mats. Here we have that's right y'all, the Soul Reaper Melza power-up pack. She's here, and she's actually here a banner early. She also comes with the Arc God of the Dead with her. This is actually one of the better arcs to release yet. We'll go over both the unit and arc in just a short bit, but again, these packs are whale bait, so if you're a whale, feel free, but otherwise, I would definitely not go for it. In fact, even whales, I wouldn't even necessarily go for this anymore. Last bit of the update is the Recollections of Black and White, the story of how Melza got her edge. Few key points I want to go over here. First is if you are working on Soul Reaper or White Knight Melza, they will get double XP and AP during the duration of the event. Along with this event, we get our first event missions. These total to about 1k crystals, so not much, but at least it's something. Jumping into the cumulative point rewards for the event, the big standouts for me personally are the fact that we have White Melza souls in here, some more summon tickets, and the big grab is at the bottom, the guaranteed SSR ticket. This is most definitely a must get, so absolutely make sure to nab this before the event goes away in a couple weeks. Unfortunately, with the new event shop here, there isn't as many upgrades as I would have liked to have seen from the previous shop. I really think they need to add some more for the hardcore players to get through here to keep them interested in the events. But going over it, the important bits in the shop at the moment are going to be these tier 4 uncapped mats, the tier 3 crystals, and the gear this time around actually. Looking at Blessed White Armor, this is actually pretty good armor for those of you who have built a tank. This basically gives an additional proc of Magic Guard with 85 defense. That's pretty solid. Great addition for anyone building a tank with some supporting spells to help keep them topped off. And the Armored Holy Shield, which is also pretty good. Clearly both of these pieces of gear are meant for White Knight Melza or a tank, but I'm not complaining. This shield will give you a passive allure and an accessory slot with 25 defense and 18 mind. Another decent defensive upgrade, but the big deal is getting an additional potential provoke onto your tank. And while we're still in the shop for all you whales out there, unlike Lukiel's, Soul Reaper Melza was actually added into the Running Start Metal shop, so you can nab your guaranteed unit here if you get super unlucky. Last, we'll take a look at the banner real quick. Is this a must pull? Definitely not. Neither of these are going to be limited, and Melza herself isn't exactly some broken unit. She's a decent physical DPS focusing on dark damage. All of her skills are imbued with the dark element, so she'll be great specifically for enemies weak to dark, but if they resist it, her damage is going to drop off significantly. Unfortunately, I do not have a dark Melza in global yet to look at, so these translations will all be a little off. Her skill 1 is a brief combo in front of herself. Her skill 2 will be a quick knock-up, and she will then throw them back down on the opposite side of herself. This will be good to set up some easier surprise attacks if the enemy is locked into a wall. Her skill 3 will be a decent range strike and will lifesteal 5% of the inflicted damage. This is a unique thing about Melza in that she has a few means of sustaining herself just by fighting. Her skill 4 is going to be an AoE dark element attack that will also lifesteal 5% of the damage. Her first passive will give her a chance to absorb 10% of inflicted damage to an enemy when she's hitting their weakness. Unless you decide to build her as some kind of mage, this will primarily be, again, only enemies weak to dark, or you can always equip her with an elemental weapon to benefit off this as well. Her second passive will increase her critical rate by 15% to enemies who are stunned or broken. Makes her shine a bit more during break phases, so that's pretty cool. Overall, she's nothing crazy. I'm pretty sure the devs sacrificed some of her damage for the whole lifesteal aspect, so she's not going to bring anything really OP to the table, but if you like her design or want a darkness-focused physical DPS, Melza is definitely your girl. Going into the new arc, God of the Dead, this has some pretty cool stuff going on for it. At max level, this arc's passive will recover 10% of HP when enemies or allies die. Gives an additional 30% darkness attribute damage, so perfect for Melza. But the trade-off is that you also trade HP for attacking with the darkness attribute. I think. Once again, the translation's a little iffy, but I'm pretty sure it trades away HP if you're attacking with darkness element. Right away, this arc will give you dark matter, so that's pretty negligible. At level 2, it will give you magic up 3. This is great, as this will be our first means of getting magic up 3 through an arc, as well as this being pretty early on. At level 4 is dark magic boost, pretty standard. At level 7, you will get paralysis nil, I think. Pretty sure this is paralysis nil, but again, the translation is bad. Sorry about that. At level 9, we will get Grim Reaper, or whatever it's called in Global. This will add a chance of a one-hit KO on physical attacks on enemies, but won't work on bosses or the arena. Soul Reaper Melza will also naturally get this inner kit. And last, at level 10, is the high-tier dark spell, Abyss Gate. Not much needs to be said, this is a dope-ass spell to get on the level of Shining Zoke. Alrighty, last thing I wanted to end this video on was going to be a summon for Melza. Not really. We're just going to use this 10-pull ticket that is going to be off banner, but hey, we still have a shot at her, I think. Let's see. Yes, she is added into the pool, as they all should be when they are non-limited. So we'll do a poll on this, so if you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to drop it a like below. Let me know if you plan on pulling for Melza down in the comments, and subscribe for future Last Cloudia and mobile gaming content. Alright, let's get into it. Also, we'll probably do an actual on-banner poll on stream over at twitch.tv/adachigacha if you are interested in that. Let's see what we get. We're starting off with the gold right off the... Ah, shoot! Nothing. Alrighty. Well, no Melza for us, but we got... Ooh, this is that defensive arc. Nice. And this is probably just going to be a bunch of dupes. Yep. Alrighty. Appreciate you guys watching the video today. I will see you in the next one. Thank you.